Hi guys, Jack Rogers here. I hope everybody is well, and in this short lesson we are going to be talking about primary text, headlines and descriptions. Now this is going to be more of a case of actually implementing the copy. If you are interested in how to write the copy, how to make it conversion focused, there is another module inside of Facebook Ads Mastery which I highly recommend giving a watch. This is just a simple case of uploading the text into the right areas and what I would be looking to test. So obviously we can come down to our ad level and we can scroll down to the ad creative, and that is going to allow us to upload our media, primary text, headline and description. So one thing that I'm a massive fan of at the moment is utilizing the primary dynamic text feature and the headline dynamic feature as well. And depending on your budget, I would always be looking to test between 3 to 5 variations of each for each creative, which makes complete sense, right? We're essentially trying to find the best text variation to go with the creative. So a couple of things that I would personally be looking to test out would be different length. So can we experiment with long form copy? Can we experiment with shorter form copy that's a little bit more direct? Can we have a look at testing different hooks? So can we maybe start with an audience call out? So attention London locals, for example. Can we maybe ask a question to pick up on a pain point? Can we ask a question to evoke curiosity? Now the hook is going to be one of the most important parts of your primary text variation. It's the little section which is normally a line or two that displays before you see the see more button. And what we really want to do is call out our audience in a way where it seems personalized to them. And a really good example of this is if let's use me. If I'm walking down a really busy street and somebody shouts, "Hi Jack," I am going to turn around even though they might not be talking to me because they've used my name. It's personal to me. Where if I'm walking down a really busy street and somebody just shouts, "Hey," realistically, I'm not going to turn around because there's 1,000 or 100 other people that they could be talking to. And that's exactly what we want to do with our copy and creatives as well. We want to make sure that we're calling out the audience and making it applicable to them, right? And a really good example of this is I've been working with a skincare company and she works with people who struggle with really dry skin, and we experimented with a ton of different hooks and we just found a simple question saying, "Do you struggle with dry skin?" That calls the audience out, right? And if you're scrolling through your feed and that's something that you struggle with, that ad becomes personal to you. So the hook is the most important part and something where I would put my main focus first and do 3 variations of different hooks. Once you find the winning iteration, we can then drop back and test the next step in the process, which is going to be the benefits. And then we can also test out different CTAs as well. So with the benefits, I am finding the bullet pointed where they're broken down works the best. But again, if you check the copywriting course in here, it will give you all the step-by-step process. One thing I did want to just touch upon here is we want to make sure that we are selling the benefits and not the features. Features, if we give features, that's absolutely fine, but we want to make sure that we can link that to a tangible benefit for the user. So a feature, for example, might be improve your sleep quality. Well, what knock-on effects does improve sleep quality have? You're going to be happier, you're going to be healthier, you're going to have more energy. And that's what we really want to focus on, right? People won't buy for features, but they buy for benefits. And then the final thing that I would be testing out in the primary text variation is different CTAs. Can we experiment with direct CTAs? So for example, if we're a lead gen company, book a call now. Can we have a look at experiments with some softer CTAs? Like click the button below to learn more. It's all relative, right? And for e-com, it works the same way. Moving down to the headline variations, how people view and structure ads is they start the creative. that draws in the attention. And if they're interested in the creative, they will then move down to the headline. If they're interested in the headline, they will then move up to the primary text. So with the headline, I always focus around my biggest benefit or my offer. And I will just do 3 to 5 iterations of those to test out. Now, with the description, again, I would be experimenting with CTAs, and I would also be experimenting with the same again here. So can we test out a different offer or reword the offer in a slightly different way? And then can we have a look at like some other benefits across the board there? So that's essentially how I would do the text variations to go with the ad. And then obviously you won't be able to see it here just because it's an empty account. But what you can do is go down to the breakdown section. You can then go by dynamic creative element, and you can select the text, the headline, and the description feature. And what that will allow you to do is see how each of those aspects are performing in terms of results. And what we can then do when we do our optimizing is cut any bottlenecks from there, which will allow us to test other variations. So I hope all that makes sense. As per usual, any questions, any concerns, just drop a message in the school community, and a member of the team will be on hand to help. Appreciate you all. Have good days.